So we're just going to begin by charging her field, bringing balance tip of the head to the tips of the feet. So your job is just to observe, track my field, track her field, just see the interaction and observe the new nervous system coming in.
And right now you're charging, you're
Just
not
charging
doing
the
anything,
field, yeah. So as I'm charging, I'm noticing that there's a new neurological system kind of coming in. It's kind of dropping down in the outer part of her field. I'm just kind of being aware of when that's kind of ready to drop in through the layers. And it's fascinating because sometimes it'll kind of hang out in the outer layers of the field for a while. It's like there's some resistance. And sometimes it's just like it kind of just like drops right in and melts. So it's really important to have the field kind of balanced and charged.
So what brings it in?
Yes, intention.
Kind of notice how deeply, especially her left hand, is anchored into there. And sometimes on a belt, I'll even unbuckle the belt if I think it's getting in the way.
So the nervous system will come in kind of like the picture that Laurel just showed us, or Carolyn showed us on the PowerPoint, with the brain and the spine, and kind of feel it start to drop in through the layers of the field. And it's the purest form, highest vibration of the nervous system, almost as if it goes back to prehistoric time before there was any trauma in the field, trauma within the nervous system. It's just that pure. And sometimes I'll have to say to clients, have them bring their awareness. Say like 6th level of the field right now, there's some resistance. Like just bring your awareness to your 6th level of the field and just allow it to melt this nervous system through.
And follow her hand down.
And as I did that, it kind of then melted through the 5th. And into the 4th. A little resistance as well. Those emotional levels of the field. And just by saying that, it just kind of then went, okay, it's safe.
Keep tracking it, guys. Keep following it down.
And as it, now it's again at the 2nd level of the field. And just let it melt into the tailbone first. It almost feels like it kind of lays along that 2nd level of the field, and it has to be anchored in. So starting that tailbone, just really let it integrate. as I see it integrate into the tailbone, then I can actually see that it vibrates down the legs with the nerves. And then you'll put your hand at the base, just lay there, and then let it melt in.
It's like porcelain fills a mold.
And the old nervous system will just almost let it melt right into it as that higher vibrational shift, that low vibrational consciousness. And before you move, you want to really make sure it's anchored in. And then we'll travel up, back of the spine, one hand on the front, one hand on the back. Let it literally lock in. Feeling in the spine, feeling in the old nervous system. Find that sometimes there's a lot of resistance in this area. It's like it'll lock in at the base and then through here. Really letting them know there's nothing they have to do except just receive. All the way up into the spine. Into the neck. And then filling in those nerves, allowing it to come right up into the face and into the skull and the occipital area. All the nerves into the abdomen and down the arms. And continue to hold that frequency, bringing in the core being, letting that fill throughout the whole spinal column. And then melting through the whole body, front and back, top and bottom, and left and right.
So how do you know if someone needs this, or does everyone need it?
Everybody needs it.
Everybody needs
I mean, if they don't need it, where they don't need a higher frequency, it'll already be there.
Mm-hmm.
So would this still be considered a positive resourcing intervention? Okay. So,
I
Okay.
I had a client who was, mom died at a young age and was sexually abused and all this stuff. I probably had to do this 25 times over 3 years before she really would keep it. It's like restructuring a chakra. You can restructure a chakra and have it wobble 2 minutes later if you're not really ready for it. We're restructuring the nervous system. And we can receive it or not.
yeah, I wanted.
Where does this new neurological system come from? Is it being created by Franny? Is it coming from her higher self? You know, how is that being manifest?
Intention.
So then it is being created.
In the moment, at the
Yes.
highest frequency. And I really think about going back to the primal days before trauma happened, before, you know, Western society activated our nervous system, draw upon the more native culture, you know, that native, strong drum roll, which we'll do tomorrow. Frequency.
And I think that that's why she wrote in the book that only a trained practitioner should do it, because it is created at the higher levels. Franny did not
Exactly.
create it, but
Yeah.
a practitioner
Yeah,
could
it's like
easily
a reset.
create it. An untrained practitioner could create it and bring it in. And then you've got someone else's stuff in you.
So as Bethany's saying, it's like going back to the default settings before humans got so westernized and
Fight or flight.
yeah, that
Yeah.
where things were more native, that drum beat.
And in that sense, I was saying it's not a new neurological system, it's re-accessing the original one.